Welcome to video number 6. In this video, I will work out problem number 2 in your Parabolas practice set. Okay, the equation asks me or tells me that x equals negative 1 times the quantity y minus 4 squared plus 4. Now recall, this is going to be a sideways parabola because it starts with x equals. And if you go back to your notes, you'll recall that the vertex form is a times the quantity y minus k squared plus h. So the h and the k have been switched from the up and down parabola. Remember, when a is greater than 0, I open to the right. When a is less than 0, I open to the left. And remember, my vertex is still hk, even though this hk is sort of out of the order we're used to. Okay, so let's find the four items. We need to find the vertex. Okay. We need to find the focus point. We need to find the axis of symmetry. And we need to find the directrix. Okay, so let's again make a quick graph to illustrate what's happening. The graph is the best way to go. Okay, so the first thing I probably would do is find the vertex. I find the parabolas easier to draw if you have that. The vertex is hk. So in this case, h is 4, and I'm just reading it from the equation, and k must be a positive 4, right? That's how it would have had to go into the formula. So the vertex is 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here it is right here. Now, from the vertex, because I see that a is negative 1, right, that's less than 0, it's going to open to the left. So it's going to kind of open this way. And you don't have to draw a perfect graph. It just gives you a general idea of what's happening. Now, why is that important? Well, that means the focus is therefore going to be to the left here, like somewhere in here, right? It's going to be in line with the vertex, but just somewhere to the left. So again, not to scale, but I'm just kind of drawing it where it needs to go. But one thing I know about the focus point is it's still up 4 units on the y-axis. Okay, and the other thing I can do right away is say, well, the axis of symmetry has to go through the focus point. So this time the axis of symmetry is sideways, and the axis of symmetry would actually be y equals 4 as my equation. So I can get quite a bit of information just from this. Now, remember, the focus is always going to be p units away from the vertex. And remember, we said that p is equal to 1 over 4a. So here, p is equal to 1 over 4 times negative 1. So p is equal to negative 1/4. All right, so what does that mean? I just have to go negative 1/4 to the left, and I will get my x value. So my x value started at 4, right? And I have to subtract 1/4 from it. So 4 is really what? That's really 16 over 4 minus 1 over 4. My x value of my focus is 15 over 4. So hopefully you can see that calculation. Okay, so just using your common sense and thinking about the geometry, 15 over 4 is less than 4, so that makes sense. So this point is 15 over 4. Okay, now the directrix, remember, is going to be on the other side of the parabola, right, somewhere down here, and it's also going to be p units away from the vertex. So what I need to do here is add 1/4 to the y value, right? So if I know the y value is 4, I have to add 1/4 to that, but that's 16 over 4 plus 1 over 4. I know the directrix is at 17 over 4. So the equation for the directrix is x equals 17 over 4 because that is a vertical line, okay? So in the next video, I will attempt to work out problem number 3 on your practice.